Hello everybody, it's Patty here with Patty Stitches. Today is April the 6th, 2026, and this is episode 345. On today's show, I have whips and I have hauls, so sit back and relax. Grab your beverage of choice, water for me, your craft of choice, and let's chat. So, how was everybody's week? Mine was really good. I keep dropping stuff over here. It was fantastic. On the 2nd of April, we finally hit above freezing after not having any above freezing temperatures since October the 31st, which is a total of 152 straight days. It was the longest. It tied for the longest streak in the weather pattern. So yeah, we also had several days of 40 below during that streak. We had 92 inches of snow as well. So yes, on the 2nd, at 5:05 p.m., it was 34 degrees was the high. So finally, and it has been up in the 30s and the 40s since. So the evenings still get cool, but during the day it warms up, and it's melting. It's going to take a while. It's supposed to be I think towards the middle or end of the month. It'll be finally hitting the 50s every once in a while. So we'll have to wait and see if that really happens or if it happens earlier. It would be nice if it happened earlier, except we don't want it too fast of a thaw, or it just floods everywhere. So hopefully it won't come to that. Friday, I went to knitting, had a really great time with the girls knitting. It was a blast, as it always is, sitting around talking to the ladies and having some good knitting time. Saturday, I was sitting around and I got a text from my middle child asking if I wanted his kids for the afternoon on Saturday. And I said, of course, bring them on over. So they were here on Saturday and Sunday. So I had a very fun-filled, packed weekend with the littles. It was great. The Easter Bunny did come and visit them here at Grandma and Grandpa's. So that was great too. It was quite a weekend and it was a lot of fun. Anything else really exciting? I don't think so. No, just hanging around in the house, getting stuff all situated and together the way we wanted it. The sauna did show up last week and I have used it a couple of times. We're almost done with that room. We still have some stuff that we have to move around. I have to compile all of my exercise equipment and put it down there. I figured in July I would hire the person to come in and fix the treadmill. So yeah, that's the plan going forward. But other than that, I have nothing else to blather at you guys about. So shall we get on with the stitching? I think so. Okie dokie. So I worked a little bit on my Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow by Cottage House Samplings, and it's being stitched on 40 count Heritage by Picture This Plus. And I got some more of the black. I'm just working on the black right now, trying to get as much of that done. I did finish the words at the top. I put more bats in and started on Ichabod Crane's black jacket. So that is where I am at on this. So I'll just keep on working on the black until that's done and try to keep color completing like that on that one. So we'll see how that goes. And then I worked on my new start for April, which is a Jeanette Douglas pin cushion. This is the Patriotic pin cushion. Sorry, guys. And that's what it looks like. I am stitching this on 32 count dirty linen, and I believe it's by, oh, it says Witchelt, so it is a Witchelt brand. And this one is going to be coming out quite a bit. So this one was the first I did for the cross stick for April, and that is guided. Guided or guiding? Let me double check that. I think it's guiding. But it is guiding hands. So this was for the U for USA. And I am using colors that I pulled, not the called for. So it is stitched this way. So I am working on the border, of course. So that's where it's at. And of course it's going to stay in its Q-snap until I am finished with it, because I do want to get this done before July. So yay for that. Okay. And then I worked on Witches Are Welcome, and that one is also, I believe, let's see. No, so this one is not on that, but it is my Whip Go. Everything's falling apart over here. So my Witches Are Welcome is 30 count Old Salem by Primitive Hair, as well as the pattern is from Primitive Hair. And it is out of its frame so that I can show you that I finished. Both of the W's are done. So I was working on the bottom W. I had the mushroom in there already, and I started working here, and I worked up a little bit up there. The black was already there, so I was just adding the brown to it. So this is what that whole fabric looks like. And I did like how I did it last month, where I just got the 2 days of this Whip Go done each, every week. I did the first 2 weeks I did one Whip Go, and the last 2 weeks I did the second Whip Go, and I think that's what I'm going to do again. So you'll be seeing this again next week. I then worked on, shoot, sorry, my voice is gone on me. I worked on my Modern Folk Embroidery Sal. Wow, sorry guys. I'm having issues with the voice today. So this April is this block of letters, and then this block of letters. So I did try it in a, I think it's an Edmonds frame, and I didn't like that Edmonds rolling frame, so I took it apart. I'm stitching this on 36 count Winter Brew by R&R. And I got almost all the wording done in the first section. So I just have a little bit of wording to do, and then this, and then that one is done. There we go. Kind of hard to see it in here with the lighting, but I do like lettering, because lettering goes so much faster, especially when they're small letters like that, and not like the Witches Are Welcome W's. Those took forever, but yeah. Okay. And the last thing I worked on last week was Gamer Nouveau art by Medusa Dollmaker, charted by Gecko Rouge. And I remembered to grab her photo for you, if you haven't seen her. And I got a page finish. So I have the 12th, not page 12, but the 12th page finished. And there we go. So her face just needs the chin, and then her face is done. But I'll be working on this block, and there's the other half of the controller in her hand in this block. So very, very exciting that she is coming along. Saturday I stitched on her, Sunday I did not. And I did stitch a little bit during the week on this, but not as much as what I had been doing. On my, Red Walker Saga, I am on the 700s. So I'm on the first 700, and what did I say? Oh no, I finished the first 700. I'm on the second 700. So I need to cross that first one off. I had to do 720 stitches on that one. But I'm on the second 700 right now. And I'm going to keep using Gamer as that for these 700s. And if I'm still feeling the Gamer, I'll keep working on it. If not, I will switch out to either Saga or Once Upon a Fairy Tale. I'm not quite sure yet. So that is all of the game and what I stitched on. So this next week I will be working on my Whip Go project. I'm doing 2 calls for acrostic. Let me double check that. I have one in here. I don't know why it's in here because I don't... Oh, there it is. It's up for D. Design Works. And that is Mother Moon is Design Works. So I had to figure out why I was doing Mother Moon. And of course my little acorns. I have one free day to pick whatever I want to, and then the next weekend, I'll have to figure out what I'm going to work on this weekend. So, but it will probably be my Gamer. At least that's how my head is flowing right now. So that was all I stitched on. And my plans. I was so happy on Saturday because I was not expecting this in already. And this is going to be my New Year, New Start for next year. And this is from Pain Free Crafts. It's by Mikey Bergman, and it is the Chromatic Dragon. I have loved this dragon ever since I've seen it. And I wasn't sure how to get it, but I saw it on someone else's podcast and they were talking about it, getting it from Pain Free Crafts. So I picked it up. I did get the PDF, and I believe it's already on, I've already moved it on to the Pattern Keeper. So I got 25 count. And I got the kit. So I got floss. And it's all DMC numbered. And I did get the fabric. Fabric nicely in a little package. If you haven't gotten a Pain Free Craft and you want to stay surprised if you're going to buy something, you may want to look away. If not, I'm going to show you what was all in the package. So there comes with this awesome little bag. So if you want to keep your pattern and your floss and your pattern, you can leave that in there. It also came, I ordered an extra set of needles, so I got an extra set of 28 count Bowen. It comes with one needle, so it's a John James, which I like John James too. They're pretty good. It also came with this really, really cute needle minder. Super cute. And a piece of chocolate, which I have not had yet. I thought I would share it with you guys first, and then I will have this piece of chocolate. And I do like these little mesh bags to keep the needles in, so that is what I'm going to do. I probably will put this in one of my other bags instead of this bag, but for right now, I think it's really cool. And I will grab this out of here so I can, and it's got a nice piece of heavy-duty cardboard in there to help keep everything pretty stable. So that was my pain-free chromatic dragon that I'm going to be starting. New year, new start. I can't wait. It's going to be fabulous, fabulous. So, yay for that. So I showed you what I worked on. I talked about my plans, showed you my haul, talked to you about my week. So that's all I've got for you this week. This one was a short, to the point video, which they will probably be this short from now on because I am Sable, stash acquisition beyond life expectancy. Okay. And I know I've taught you guys this before, knitting, stitching, and spinning. Yeah, I don't need any more yarn. I don't need any more stitching stuff. I don't even need more supplies except for floss if I don't have the color. But I also may start trying to work out the colors with the floss I have, because I have a lot of that as well. And my fabric, and my fiber for spinning, I haven't spun in so long that I really need to take a look at what I have and decide if I'm going to spin ever again. And I'm kind of wanting to, but between video games and stitching and knitting and piano, I don't have a lot of time. Plus keeping the house clean. I don't have a lot of time for anything else. So we shall see. But looking around, I really don't have anything else to talk to you guys about. I hope that you are all staying safe, healthy, and happy. And I hope that whatever you craft it to your heart's content. And I'll see you next week. Bye, guys.